Welcome back. So all of this information is according to a Boston University School of Medicine study. And the first point is that the liquids used have been found to induce early signs of cardiovascular disease, but it doesn't stop just there. Also, that cardiovascular disease can be so damaging or so elevated or chronic to an extent that it induces heart attacks, stroke, and it can just even lead to death. Unfortunately, there's been several instances now of individuals just simply dying from heart attack because of their e-cigarettes or vaping. E-cigarettes, the delivery agents, it's been found to have an appalling amount of extremely toxic metals such as lead, chromium, nickel, and manganese, along with dangerously high levels of nicotine, even many times higher than standard cigarettes. In fact, it's been found that just smoking one pod of an e-cigarette equals up to 3 packs of cigarettes, if you can imagine that. So extremely high levels, dangerous levels of nicotine. Now, going back to the dangerous levels of these toxic metals, inhaled lead, it's pretty interesting because lead, you may already know, it attacks the brain and also especially the central nervous system. It attacks the kidneys, the liver, the bones. And what's interesting about lead is that it can stay dormant for many years, especially within your teeth and within the bones throughout your skeletal system. And then if you become pregnant, it can be reactivated, and from there goes on to poison your baby and especially triggering brain damage. Other substances in these e-cigarette liquids, they've been found to deactivate protective cells that line your lungs, which is especially helpful in this day and age with these incredibly dangerous respiratory viruses that are going around the globe. And 27% of vaping liquids tested contain microbial agents, and 81% were found to contain a substance called glucan, which is associated with cell walls of very deadly fungi. Now, exposure to these particular substances have been found to create asthma, COPD, reduced lung function, again, great for the deadly viruses going around the world today, and inflammation. Now, as I spoke of earlier, many times people start using e-cigarettes because they think that it's perhaps healthier to themselves and likely especially to those around them. At least it's not as irritating to the individuals around them as maybe the smell of tobacco typically is. However, the second-hand vapor is extremely dangerous to bystanders, and here's why. It's because it's been found to contain at least 10 different chemicals, such as diacetyl, acetaldehyde, say that word 10 times fast, and formaldehyde. Now, both acetaldehyde and formaldehyde are known carcinogens, which means they can cause cancer. Also, the vapor from the e-cigarettes have been found to contain the presence of highly reactive free radicals. Now, why is that? Because these free radicals create oxidative stress, which means they break down or destroy your cells, and they are associated with cancer, heart attack, and again, COPD, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, something you do not want to deal with. So obviously, looking at these 7 different points from this Boston University School of Medicine study, e-cigarettes are anything but safer and less damaging to yourself or the individuals around who may be smoking using these vaping devices. So what can you do in order to stop this addiction, in order to get yourself off of either cigarettes or whatever the addiction may be? Well, of course, the secret to beating the smoking monkey on your back is to first become healthy. And the way you do that is what I've spoke of for nearly 20 years now, and that is eating correctly, eliminating completely the things that induce inflammation and thereby anxiety, which means stress within the body, and using very targeted supplementation to target the specific tissues that are deficient, that are dysfunctional, that may be contributing to overall health problems. And then, once you've done all those things, you need to address stress. Well, how do you do that? Well, you need to find a healthy emotional outlet, which can go a very long way towards helping you beat this kind of addiction. And what are some of those things that can help? Well, the well-known exercise, of course, but then there are certain forms of meditation. There are specific stress reduction techniques. There is counseling if you need that kind of help. There are breathing techniques. There are many things that can be utilized in order to help you with that. So if you have found that stress is something that is a major factor in your life, perhaps causing different forms of addiction, it doesn't only have to stop at cigarettes or even alcohol, it can also be addiction to sugars, I can help you with that. And the first step is to do an initial consultation in which we can find if we are a good fit for each other and we can work together as a team, and basically we can help you. So that is the first step. I invite you to call up the office, which will have all the information linked to this particular video in order to schedule your initial consultation. And you can even get $100 off if you do that within the time period before the expiration date that is on the link as well in the video. So, hope you found this information helpful. I really ask you, please, as a favor, to myself and to others, if you did find this information helpful, to please like it and especially share it to friends and family on your own timeline, maybe in the groups that you belong with, whatever the case may be, because frankly, we just are not getting any reach whatsoever from our page or from even our live videos. You know, live video was, for the longest time, one of the very best ways to reach as many people as possible. But when you are within a segment of society that is no longer looked at positively, which is to give you real health, natural health information, we're just completely shadow banned. We're lucky if there's 100 people that see it, and sometimes there's well under 50. So it's just ridiculous. I mean, we have 5,000 fans on our business page, and only 100 people see our video. It's just completely ridiculous, the amount of shadow banning that goes on. So what really helps in the algorithm to make sure that more people see these videos and helpful information is to please share, and even just liking also does improve the algorithm. So please do that if you find it within your heart to do so. Once again, I'm Leigh Brunellen, the founder of the Natural Health Clinic, and you have a healthy day.